I wanted to be a dentist. Since I was 6 years old, I would think to myself, this is what I want to be when I grow up. When I finished high school, I applied to dental school and I did not get accepted. So I went to law school because my dad was a lawyer. I went to law school for about 3 years, and when my dad passed away, my mom had made plans to actually move us to the States to have a better living for ourselves. It took us about 7 years to get our papers, and we ended up moving to California. Once in California, going to school was really expensive, so I joined the military and became an electrician's mate. I did that for 5 years, and during my time in the military, I applied for a program that I actually did not get accepted for, but I had already applied for college. So at the end of my enlistment, I decided to get out of the Navy and go back to school. I went to San Diego State University, and once I was in school, I decided to pursue psychology. In my third year, I realized that I could become a social worker. When I joined the class, they told me that I was going to be working with at a nursing home. And one of my patients was this 91-year-old man who was very depressed. He had dementia. He had been there for about a year or so. He couldn't remember. He thought he had been there a week. And, I started going there. It was kind of something that was very close to me because my grandmother at the time was in a nursing home in Colombia. And it was something that was just very emotionally hard for me. But little by little, we kind of formed a friendship, and, I would look forward to go seeing him. And one day I realized I never knew what he did for a living before, so I asked him. His name was Benjamin. And so I was like, Benji, what did you do when you were younger? And he said, I was a dentist. And my mouth just dropped. I don't know for some reason. I just said, that's what I always wanted to be. And so he said, why don't you do it? It's never too late. And I said, no. I'm about to graduate. I'm going to become a social worker. That's definitely not in the plans. But it kind of got me started looking to see what the requirements were. And I started looking in the school requirements, and, a lot of the classes were physics, math, all the classes that I pretty much hated. And I just thought, no way, I'm not going to do that. And one day I was walking through campus and somebody handed me a flyer, and it was something about a program in the Navy that was basically called the Health Profession Scholarship Program, in which you could, if you became a dentist, if you became accepted into a dental school, you could actually join the Navy. I got really excited about it. I didn't even think about it. I grabbed the flyer and I drove to the nursing home to let Benji know that this is what I was going to do, and he had inspired me to do that. Well, the day that I got there, I realized that he basically had passed away the night before. So that to me was a sign that, okay, this is it, do it, just go for it. The next semester, I signed up for the classes for the pre-dental program. Once I finished the pre-dental program, I applied to dental school. Once I got accepted to dental school, I joined the Navy back in. So I have been in the Navy now for 11 years this May as a dentist. I just realized that sometimes what's your destiny, you can't escape it. I'm very happy that I did it.